This is the SES Defender of Freedom uploading data log for days 252 to 261 of the Second Galactic War. Hello Data Archive. In the past week we have encountered a new augmented automaton detachment. Progress on the Democracy space station has moved on to its final phase, as we celebrate the most important day of the year. We last left off in the midst of battle to establish the Terminid Research Reserve on Akamar 4. The major order required holding all 5 planets surrounding Akamar 4 to secure the would-be home to our future Terminid farms. On day 252, the final planet to defend was Crimsica. Though the defense was looking grim as the day began, Helldivers started to turn the tide against the bugs as the day went on, as resources from Back Bay shifted to support the defense of Crimsica. And by the evening of day 252, October 17th, Crimsica was secured, but this came at the cost of Astanu. With all 5 planets secured, the majority of Helldivers then deployed to Astanu and Back Bay for the remainder of the day, into day 253 when the major order was completed and the Terminid Research Reserve was secured. Helldivers have secured the surrounding planets of Akamar 4 for the Terminid Research Reserve, and xenoentomologists have already yielded results towards improved understanding of E710 extraction and exploitation. We have learned from our past experiences from the Terminid farms of yesterday, and have significantly upped the defenses of the reserve, encircling the perimeter with electrical fencing, and auto-triggering nuclear bombardments. But the most exciting part of the reserve is a section allocated as a petting zoo, Tyranny Park. Adventurous and well-paid citizens will be able to observe the Terminids in their habitat, helping to fund future research and understanding of the horrors of tyranny. Efforts then continued on Astanu until it was observed that there appeared to be a significant automaton force building on Chuhe. Later it was identified that this was a new automaton detachment launching an automaton attack larger than we have ever seen on Matar Bay. High Command alerted all Helldivers super destroyers immediately, indicating the augmented automaton detachment is referred to as the Jet Brigade, containing groupings of upgraded jump pack bots. By the time the alert reached super destroyers, multiple SEAF bases had already fallen in Matar Bay. Helldivers must stop this Jet Brigade, or we risk the discovery of the logistics hub, the Deep Metal Forge complex, or the DSS itself. This emergency major order urges Helldivers to deploy to the defense of Matar Bay, and ultimately, in the defense of the DSS. Helldivers were advised that every socialist toaster decommissioned will weaken the strength of their next advance. The major order is to destroy the automaton Jet Brigade before it can discover the location of the DSS, or its substations. Helldivers deployed immediately to shut down the so-called Jet Brigade. Equipped with horrifically reverse-engineered Helldiver jump packs, these upgraded bots could quickly swarm Helldivers. The size of the invasion force was unlike anything we have seen before from the automatons. The efforts to hold off the attack on Matar Bay continued through into the next day, and by the morning, although the attack could not be held off, the automatons also suffered heavy losses in their first strike, losing nearly half of their invading force. And instead of attacking again right away, the cowardly automatons took time to replenish their forces. And by the evening, a new attack reached Martal. This attack only 3/4 the size of the original. Diving to the frigid Martal, our Helldivers by now quickly realized that jumping toasters simply meant there were more predictable targets to shoot at. This time prepared for the invasion, Helldivers deployed cooperative tactics to shoot down countless automaton dropships, causing tremendously high decommission rates from just a pair of Helldivers. Helldivers destroyed a significant amount of the Jet Brigade, crushing well over half of the forces on Martal. However, the defense was still unable to hold, the ever-obedient Helldivers giving their lives to open the opportunity in the future to finally shut down this attack force. Now having lost nearly 3/4 of their initial invading strength and nowhere near our assets, the Regret Brigade, desperate to find the DSS, attacked Marfark just 6 hours later. Initially, it seemed that the defense would not hold, but throughout the day, more and more support arrived on Marfark, which slowly inched back the defense in our favor. Helldivers made a stand that this would be as far as the Jet Brigade would go. All of those lost in their path of tyranny would not go to waste. As time went on throughout day 256, support continued to arrive on Marfark, and by the end of the day, with just over 1 hour remaining on the defense progress has exceeded the attack. and with nearly 75% of our active super destroyers deployed all to Marfark, those Marfarkan bots couldn't process what hit them. The Forget Brigade was shut down, and easily no longer in our memories. Many planets were ravaged in their path of destruction, Motar Bay, others. Though these efforts were not in vain, the electronic idiot's attempts yielded nothing, and the location of the DSS and its assets remained safe. Throughout the defense against the Jet Brigade, Helldivers also deployed to Istanu and have been maintaining our progress on the planet ever since. With no new orders, it was time to complete this liberation. Though this liberation was completed, new attacks reached Gautria and Zephyr. But eager to shoot a bug after days of regretful and forgettable automatons, Gautria was decided over Zephyr, and by the morning of day 258, Gautria was defended. 3 hours after Gautria's defense, a new terminated outbreak occurred on Gakrux, followed by new orders from High Command. The terminated research reserve has come under threat, and losing control of its surrounding planets will significantly increase the risk of losing Tyranny Park. The terminated research reserve. However, with the threat of that, Automaton Brigade undone, it has become clear that there is a need to expand the protective buffer surrounding the DSS, and the liberation of Lassath will complete this buffer. With Liberty Day only 3 days away, only one of these two objectives can be met. The major order is to liberate Lassath, or protect the terminated research reserve by defending against 3 terminated attacks. Voting commenced immediately, and it seemed Helldivers were more eager to bolster the defense of the construction site for the DSS. While the dreams of seeing the natural environment of chargers running in the fields might be lost, I'm sure Helldivers hold out hope that perhaps if we liberate Lassath quickly enough, we can prevent the loss of control of Akamar 4. Throughout day 259, Helldivers remained focused on liberating Lassath. These efforts came at the cost of both Gakrux and Pandion 24. The automatons also took advantage of our focus on Lassath and attacked Acer Pass. Though Acer Pass was lost in the morning of day 260, Lassath was successfully liberated, and all planets surrounding the DSS construction site have been secured, resulting in the successful completion of the major order. Helldivers have secured the surrounding planet of the DSS construction site, but the terminated research reserve is now under threat, with nearby planets now occupied by the bugs. To re-secure the terminated research reserve, Helldivers primarily deployed to Fact Bay to re-establish a warp link to Pandion 24. But day 261 heralded the bells for celebration of Liberty Day. Liberty Day celebrates the founding of managed democracy. Today, it is celebrated with gifts from the Pyre, watching of the lunar bombardment, and the re-swearing of the Oath of Citizenship. Thus, the only major order for the day for all Helldivers is to cherish liberty with all of your heart. Thus, Helldivers were free to liberate the galaxy as they pleased. Helldivers primarily split between Acer Pass and Fact Bay. All Helldivers were also issued a DP-0 tactical armor, Helldiver armor from the First Galactic War. In addition, the R-2124 Constitution, a rifle traditionally gifted to every citizen upon turning 16. And with that, Liberty Day came to a close. Super Earth shines brightly as a beacon of managed democracy across the galaxy, as it always has, and as it always will. And this will also conclude this data archive. In my 1 hour break, I had thought that it has been quite some time since I began logging this war data archive, and the logging of the events of this galactic war remains a top priority aboard the Defender of Freedom, and we look forward to what the future holds. The Defender of Freedom is deploying Helldivers to Fact Bay.